Obligatory podcast intro.
Hello and welcome. This is Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. I'm Matt with my co-host Adam, and this show right here is where we take all 46 letters of the alphabet, we put them in a dishwasher. We each draw a letter and then pick a comic that begins with that letter. I don't know his, he does not know mine. Spoilers ahead for these two comics. I got D.
Yeah, I got B.
I found one called Dare. Dare.
To not use drugs or violence?
No, I was thinking about that lion earlier.
Uh-huh.
If y'all don't know, there was a lion. He was the mascot for the Dare campaign, which was what did it stand for?
Against.
So, yeah, it was an acronym.
Yeah.
But it was a lion, and he was basically the mascot for drug-free life for our generation, and we let that lion down.
Oh my god!
I bet you he got hooked on drugs because of how badly we did drugs.
Yeah, they proved that it was a detriment.
Yeah, it made it worse and made him curious.
Yeah, it made it worse.
They're like, if you take psychedelics, this will happen. And I'm like, whoa.
Whoa, that sounds sick, dude.
That sounds awesome.
I bet all the bad parts are made up.
No, but the generation before us was Generation X.
Uh-huh.
We are Y. They called us Generation RX.
Like
Like all the bad pharmaceutical. That was us.
Yeah.
That was our.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome. But no, none of that. Mine is called Dare, the controversial memoir of Dan Dare, Pilot of the Future.
Oh, okay.
It's written by Grant Morrison and artist is Ryan Hughes. It was put out in a magazine called Revolver as a comic strip. And then I believe Monster Comics collected it.
Okay.
This came out in like 1990, I believe.
Uh-huh.
The info on it is non-existent. They don't really say. Sparse, yeah. The other comics, I believe, have more info at the little stuff on the bottom. You know, the little tiny print? This one doesn't have tiny print.
Oh, wow, yeah.
But I believe it is 1990.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe 90, 91. One of those. But Dan Dare is the main character. This starts with a powerful passage. We must not look at goblin men. We must not buy their fruits. Who knows upon what soil they fed their hungry, thirsty roots?
So goblins, huh?
Yeah, goblins.
Okay.
It shows this car, and it looks like a Jetsons car because this world is a cartoony, slightly wacky sci-fi universe.
Okay.
Very Jetsons-like. It's really cool. Check out this car. Like, look,
Oh yeah,
it's bright colors.
Jetsons or Futurama.
Futurama, yeah, like that's a good comparison there. But it shows this bright car, and it shows blood coming out of it. Never find out what that is. This is in London, so this in a time period I don't know. Doesn't matter because it's crazy. So here's the skyline, like. You see, some buildings will just be regular buildings.
Uh-huh.
There's still castles. There's flying cars. Right. There's all types of flying vehicles. That guy has a rocket pack on.
Uh-huh.
The cars are floating. Some of them have wheels. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
And like I said, some of the buildings are the same. Some of them look like freaking spaceships. They look like
they do.
Spaceships just put on the ground and made into an office building. And it's all over the place. So this world is, like I said, sci-fi, cartoony, and slightly wacky.
Yeah.
So it shows these officers bust in this bank. And they're like, we need safe deposit box 57. He's like, you can't do that. And he goes, who'd you vote for? And he goes, that's not important. He goes, who'd you vote for? And he said, Gloria Monday. And he goes, yeah, you voted for this. Open the box. So he takes him back there, opens the box, and he pulls out this book. It is taken to a man named Edmund Richmond. He is sneaky, shisty, little wormy right-hand man to Gloria Monday. She is the prime minister.
Okay.
Lot of political stuff going on here.
Uh-huh.
She is not popular in the polls. No one likes her.
Okay.
Elections coming up soon. Everyone's hating on her. So he gets this diary and he starts reading. And this diary is Dan Dare's diary journal, essentially.
Okay.
He was writing memoirs, and then they found this.
Uh-huh.
So it starts basically Richmond is reading this diary journal, and the whole comic is what he's reading.
Oh, okay, cool.
So it shows Dan Dare. He's in a spaceship. Now, this dude got a big old long face, like a foot, like looks like Jim Carrey with like a giant chin on.
Gotcha.
Big old face. I mean, look at his giant head and face.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It's like a cartoony,
looks
right?
like a caricature of somebody.
Yes, caricature. That's perfect.
Looks like a caricature of
Jim Carrey
or Archer.
Yeah. Matt Dillon.
Yeah.
Any brown-haired white dude, really?
With a
long, skinny face.
Yeah.
Narrow face. Oh, white people. So he goes home. There's a nurse there. He's like, what's cracking? And she said, you got some mail. So he opens it up and he finds out that Jocelyn Peabody, a friend of his, has killed herself and the funeral's tomorrow. He's like, it should have been a phone call. He gets drunk and he goes, it should have been a phone call. So he's at the funeral. He is with his friend Sir Hubert. Is an old pal of his.
He has to be old.
Yeah, he's an old man, yeah. As Dan Dare is standing there and the preacher's going on, he sees a man across the way and he looks at him and the man like opens his eyes real big and then looks away kind of in disgust or like annoyance, right?
Super obvious that something's...
Very obvious, yes. So after the funeral, Dan and Sir Hubert are talking. And he's like, oh, it's very sad. You know, I wouldn't imagine suicide. That's crazy. You know, that's funny. 8 of the people that were working on the Pie in the Sky project are all dead.
Weird.
Like, crazy. I guess just like high pressure of work, you know, something like that. And Dan's like, yeah, excuse me. So he goes over to the man that gave him the hairy eye. And his name is Digby. And he says, I have not to say to you. He goes, come on, man. Can't we, like, forget what happened? Like, at least let us, like, talk here. He goes, I've come to pay my respects, and I've not to say to you. So he walks away. Sir Hubert walks up and says, he's always been like a little round gremlin, man. Don't worry about him. I got someone you need to meet, and it's Gloria Monday.
Oh, okay. Dan
goes in there, you know, hey, we've met before. When you got hurt during the threshold conflict, this thing comes up again. There was a threshold conflict. That's what they call it. 5 years ago, Dan was there and got hurt. And all he says he remembers of her is when he was in the hospital bed and she came in for like a photo op.
Oh, okay.
Basically dissed her to her face. So they get in this crazy little fat little jet and just take off. They're flying away. And she basically says, listen, violence is up. There's food shortages, there's riots, there's all types of stuff going on. And solving the food shortage is important, but we're not getting as many points as we should. People don't like us. Our popularity is down. So our marketing department had the great idea of getting a symbol. And she starts going on, you know, someone people respect. And he's like, it's me. And she's like, it's you. And he's like, yeah, okay.
Saw that coming.
So they want him to be like a poster boy for her campaign, essentially. This is England. You know, this space fleet. He's a soldier who loved his country. And
he needs a face, not hers.
Yes, exactly, yeah. So he just basically says, all right, I'll think about it. She says, hey, you can make some money or just go back to your memoirs, and they're all giving him shit for writing. So he's at home, he's trying to write, and he's just like, shit! And he calls her and says, all right, I'll do it. This is only 4-issue miniseries from the 90s.
I'm guessing there's a lot of money, too.
For doing that? Yeah, that's what they said. Because he read or said something about he lives on his military, like, pension check.
Okay.
And it's not a lot, so he's not doing super well. He's also injured from 5 years ago. He still walks with a cane and a limp.
Ah, okay.
So he's there. He's in a pretty G-ass space outfit, spaceman suit. It's cool, red and yellow get up he's got going. And it's like typical Hollywood. There's a bunch of people floating around him like, oh, look up to the right. Yeah, touch up his cheeks right there. Hey, fix that hair over there. And he is already like kind of regretting, like, I don't like this at all.
Yeah.
He looks good in his get up. He's like, how do I look? And they're like, okay, stand there. We want you to think London, start taking pictures of him. So he meets Edmund Richmond, who is the man reading the journal. He's the right-hand man of Gloria Monday, the prime minister.
Right.
So he walks up and he goes, you were my idea. I thought of you, you know. He's sitting there chatting with him, introducing himself. He says, come with me. I want someone to meet. They're talking about the food riots and how he's going to do a bang up job and Gloria's going to take over again. And they've been in charge for 10 years. They are part of the Unity Party. That is what their party is called.
Huh.
The Unity Party. They've been in charge for 10 years, but she needs 5 more years for her policies and stuff to come to fruition.
Okay.
And she's like begging him, like, all right. So they take him to Space Fleet headquarters. It is where he was stationed out of, basically, but it's all abandoned and run down, and because it was privatized, and the building became abandoned. So they're there giving him shit. Go up there, turn, you know, more pictures. So he's back home. He's kicking it. A commercial is on. Now the manna for breakfast, dinner, and tea. It's a delicious and inexpensive food substitute for the whole family. Oh. The commercial's going off. Food of the gods. So he gets a phone call. Someone tells him, hey, come meet me here. He's like, what are you doing? And he does it. You know he's going to do it. So he meets this woman, and she says, Digby sent me. We're here to talk about the murder of Jocelyn Peabody. Get in the car. So they fly off, and she goes on this tirade about how the North is basically shit and the South is full of high rises and rich people, and it's not just a divide, it's a chasm.
Okay.
The Thresh conflict, the Treens are aliens that live there. They were used as workers a long time ago. So they live in ghettos. They sell drugs called Lucy. And the cities they live in can't even afford like a police presence.
Oh, wow.
So they're basically their own lawmen there, the gangs of whatever, the Lucy dealers.
Yeah.
So it's really bad. There's people poor, children are dying. It's really awful. Like, they lay it on thick. I'm reading it like, all right, goddamn, all right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, children are dying.
Bro.
That sucks.
Yeah.
So she's driving over, like, take a good look. And he's like, yeah, I got it. Like, just like me.
It's poverty porn.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah.
It sucks. Digby is talking to his group, which essentially are just terrorists. They are terrorists. And they're like, the plane's arriving. So the helicopter, the weird space vehicle.
Yeah.
So he goes out there and he sees them and he's immediately like, what's going on, man? Why didn't you talk to me at the funeral? And he's like, why can't it be like it used to be? And he's like it used to be? Bro, you killed children. Like, no, it'll never be like that. So they squab a little. And then he tells him it wasn't a suicide. She was murdered. Bunch of these other scientists had died. The dude at the funeral passed me a note. And he told me to look into this. And he said he was going to meet me here at this time at this day. Also, fuck you for working with the government. Gloria Monday is the reason all this stuff is happening. All this horrible stuff.
Yeah.
And you're helping her get reelected. People who go to this threshold training program are disappearing. Something's going on here. She didn't take her own life. She was killed.
Yeah.
So the guy was super nervous. He told me to meet me here. And guess what? He never showed. And he pulled out a newspaper that says food expert killed in a car crash. What do we do now? So they're walking around and he says it took him 5 years to come up with manna. And apparently it's some kind of foam. It's cheap to produce. It's really nutritious and easy to flavor. And it like went crazy on the market just in time for election. Real coincidental there.
Right.
That turned out. So they see some Treens dealing Lucy and he's talking about this expedition to Venus. We should have never went. We should have never went there. And they break it down. What happened was they went to Venus. They found food. They started building the threshold processing station. The Treens, these aliens, they work for basically next to nothing. They call them goblins and employed them in the hundreds. There was a revolution. The Treens took over Threshold and declared it separate from Earth and wanted independence. So they're there now. And they sent the Unity Party soldiers, Space Fleet soldiers after them. It's Dan Dare with a bunch of people holding guns. And it shows them killing civilians.
Oh, the goblins or whatever they call them?
The Treens, yes. Yeah, goblins. So the Treens. Adam.
Yeah.
But they killed everyone. Men, women, children. All of them.
But they were goblins, right? No, I'm just...
Yeah. He says, we were trying to build a utopia And it's just basically, it's gone to shit. Everything sucks. And I was never trying to be interested in politics. Digby is giving him shit. Yeah, you can afford to not be interested, man. You got to do something. And he says, I may have killed children, but you watched. And he got that little dig in him and was like, all right, let's do this. He tells him, I want to know what happened. Jocelyn was my friend and I need to know what happened.
Gotcha.
So he is meeting with Digby and all his friends and finds out they're terrorists. And they're talking about what they're going to do. And one dude pipes up and says, well, we still got the weapon. We can still do that. And they're like, shut up, bro.
Yeah.
We're not talking about that right now. Dan is doing another photo shoot. He is next to his old ship, the Anastasia. He talks to Richmond and he's like, hey, man, like, You think I could run up in there real quick? Like, can you give me a few minutes in my old ship? Got a lot of memories, and I kind of just want to go in there and have a peaceful moment with her. Yeah. The dude's fine. Go ahead, man. I don't give a shit. Yeah. So he's out there having a cigarette. It cuts to later. He's meeting up with Digby. They are at Jocelyn's house. Okay. So because this guy with the letter is no longer in communication with them because he's dead, they have no lead to go on. So they just go back to the house. Yeah. And he gives them the note that she left. And it was that poem I read at the beginning. So he's like, my nanny used to read that to me. It's an old story. Jocelyn and I used to talk about it all the time. Over here, and he goes to a tree and looks under it, and there's a videotape there. Outside, there's these guys with these cool, kooky laser guns and little yellow helmets. They're all surrounding the house that they're in. Okay. What they find, look at the gun. What is that? It's like an old, hold on. Right here.
Oh yeah.
What is that?
That was like the original laser gun, that design style. So it's in World War or COD Zombies. The laser gun in that looks exactly like that. And
really long tip.
Yeah. With like cool. The little like halos around it or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I like it. I think it's really cool.
It does look cool.
So they pop in this tape. It's a VHS. In this future. Yeah. No, it's some kind of tape. Okay. So it's Jocelyn, and she is crying. And I'm going to have to read a lot of this just so I can really get the whole thing. She says, they think we can't expose them. They'll let us go home, and then they'll kill us. The Unity Party, led by Gloria Monday, has been collaborating secretly with the Trine dictatorship on Venus. In return for the answer to the food problem, Gloria has been offering the Trine humans. So it's a bunch of hundreds of people, thousands of them, basically dumped into a vat and murdered, all begging for their moms and someone to save them. The resultant raw biomass is genetically re-engineered to produce a whole new form of life, a sort of self-replicating computer. She got pictures of it and gives them the pictures, shows the pictures. This is the current stages of development. This is what it looks like. These are our children. The computer is constantly renewing and improving its own capacity. From what we've been able to find out, it's already resulted in astonishing advances in Trine science. And that's not the worst of it. The biocomputer is producing secretions all the time. Sexual secretions. These haven't gone to waste. The Trines have been collecting them, processing them, and it's mana. It's the mana stuff. It's full of protein, very nourishing. That's why I'm not going to wait for them to kill me. I'm going to do it myself. And she does. Yeah. She ends this by saying, I'm pregnant. Imogen if it's a girl, Daniel if it's a boy. Oh my God, I'm pregnant, and they made me eat mana. So she does off herself. There's not a Myrtle mystery. Okay. These dudes with the cool laser guns bust in, and this is where it surprised me. Surprise rawness. Digby shoots one right in the face. Look at this. That's teeth and eyes and blood. This does not seem like that kind of comic, does it, Adam?
No, that's pretty sick.
That's gore. That's his face exploding. Yeah. So Digby takes one in the arm. The tape is finishing up. They are sitting there arguing about, all right, you go. No, you go. And Digby saying, listen, I'm not the face they need. if you're the one exposing them, you'll actually have traction and people listen to you. I'm a nobody.
Yeah, if he disappears, people actually might be like, hey, where'd this guy go?
Exactly. This old famous soldier we all love.
Yeah, this vet.
Digby is holding him off while he is like hobbling away super slow because he limps with a cane. Digby kills like 4 more dudes.
Nice.
And then gets shot in the head by like a surprise guy like Scarface. He pops up from behind him. He gets in the ship finally and takes off. This is issue 4. This is where it goes completely bananas. Okay. Edmund is still reading the diary, and Dan is talking about how he walked around in public completely like rugged beard. No one recognized him. He's depressed. No one tried to help him. No one gave this old aging superhero or super soldier with a limp a seat, and bummed out. So he has this tape of Jocelyn. He takes it to the newspaper, and the guy says, bro, I can't watch like more than 15 seconds of that or I'll lose my job. Government regulations can't do that. So Dan says, fuck it, I'll go copy it. And send it to just everybody. Yeah. The guy comes out and says, hey, it's been scrubbed. You got to watch it with these cheap tapes. So he lost everything. Oh. The entire confession from Jocelyn is completely gone. He's at the house and gets a call from Sir Hubert and asks him where he is. And he hangs up the phone and he goes, he's at home. And it shows Gloria behind him. So Sir Hubert totally betrayed his old friend. Dan knows this. He says he gets his old uniform out and he just waits. And he waits until the guards show up and they take him to Gloria Monday's office. They see each other, give him a toast. We won, and it's all thanks to you. Appreciate it, man. You did so much for us. There's an old friend who wants to meet you. And in floating on this little device, it looks like a tiny little rowboat, is this giant-headed green guy. Okay. It's Mekon, Mekon. How would you say that?
Mekon?
Mekon.
Yeah.
Mekon?
Yeah, I don't know.
So we'll go with Mekon. Mekon. I'll do that. So he sees it and Dan immediately freaks out. This is an old bad guy of his.
Oh, okay.
An old arch nemesis. He is Joker to his Batman. And he goes, we'll stop you. Just immediately starts rambling in superhero talk. He's like, we'll stop you. Someone will stop you. And he goes, you can't, it's already done. I did all of this. Dan is yelling at Gloria, like, you know what you've done? And she says, yeah, I want power and a lot of it. And I want more than just prime minister power. I want a lot of power. And Mekon says, okay, I'm going to explain to you my whole plan. So let me tell you about mana. So it does all the stuff you've heard, right? Yeah. You've heard all that. That's all true. But there's something else to it. Okay. There's something else that makes it addictive. It's got some euphoric qualities, aphrodisiac qualities. What's going to happen is there's going to be a massive in the street orgy across the entire world that is eating this mana stuff. Okay. Everyone is going to uncontrollably start banging in the streets. The mana's going to go to work inside of their system and make weird, eyeless, blind, shapeless creatures. And those are going to be the ones that inhabit the earth. People are going to die. They're going to give birth to these monsters. He's like, your children are my children. And then I think he sexually assaults Dan Dare with this boat. It implies some sort of torture. I'll say that. Okay. It implies some sort of torture. They cut to later. Dan's looking defeated. Yeah. And he goes, you can let him go. He can't harm us now. Dan says, thank you. Mekon freaks out. What did he say? What was that? Richmond tells him, hey, calm down, man. Look, to power. Dan is walking down the street. He passes out in front of some TVs, watching them wave on the cameras. We won with a giant poster of him behind Gloria Monday. 2 cops come up and say, get on your feet. And they throw him in the back of the van. He's like, I'm real excited to get home. And the other officer says, oh, you're going to give it to your wife? And he goes, yeah. Man, I might not be able to wait. And he goes, I know what you're talking about. Do you want to pull over? And they go, yes. So they're already starting. Yeah. And I assume they just go to town. Edmund finishes the diary and he's like, oh, this is stupid. Like, yeah, nothing to worry about here. Trust. Oh, wait, hold up. There's some more in pen. Oh, this is different pen. Let me read this. It is Dan talking shit. I shouldn't get forgiveness. I don't know where I'd go for all the horrible things I've done and the horrible things I'm going to do, but I can make you all pay.
Uh-huh.
You are going to pay. If you're reading this, you are fucked.
Uh-huh.
Digby had friends out in Preston. They are waiting for a call from me to stop them from doing something. I'm not making that call.
Uh-huh.
So after Election Day at 12 o'clock, a bomb's going to go off.
Oh.
So Edmund is freaking out. Meccan flies in on his freaking boat. And he's like, did you say a bomb? It's not my fault. It's not my fault. When's it going off? He goes, at 12. And it clicks over 12. And it's just a white light. Meccan had given Dan shit about how his race always ask why before they die.
Uh-huh.
And it shows this giant white light. And Meccan says, but I killed him. Everything. Why? So like, ha!
Yeah.
Dan blew up London.
Yeah, at least.
At the very least.
Yeah.
He might have destroyed the world, but I think it's safe to say he destroyed London,
All of
possibly
London.
England.
Yeah, okay.
It was a fission bomb.
Okay.
Those are powerful, right?
Yeah.
Mighty powerful. Okay, so this was a rad-ass comic, right?
Yeah.
Like, this thing was bonkers. I love the art. I love the faces. I loved them.
Uh-huh.
You saw them, right?
Yeah.
Super exaggerated caricature faces.
Yes.
The art was bright and colorful. I almost picked this other comic. It was a murder mystery in Miami.
Uh-huh.
Because I'm picking comics on some weird stuff lately.
Yeah.
I was thinking I want bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I went for that one. But I found this one. So Dan Dare is a British science fiction comic hero from the 50s.
Oh, it really was a thing.
Meccan was his arch rival throughout all of these iterations of him.
Uh-huh.
He appeared in the Eagle magazine. Eagle started with him, and it ran for a long time.
Yeah.
It appeared on 1950, and main writers stayed there for years and years and years. All the main characters. So Digby is his right-hand man. He's his Watson, his Robin.
Uh-huh.
Sir Hubert is the guy that works at Space Fleet that gives him jobs. And
Bringing everybody
Jocelyn
into it.
is his friend that works with him. The Meccan is a super intelligent ruler of the Treens.
Mm-hmm. Holy crap.
So this came out, like I said, 1950. That went on to the 1960s. Then in 77, it came out in 2000 AD magazine.
Uh-huh.
And it ran for a while. Then New Eagle magazine came out with it. And then Revolver magazine, which is what
Jesus.
we just read.
Yeah.
Then The Planet is one issue. Virgin Comics ran it for a year. It was a 7-issue miniseries by Garth Ennis.
Uh-huh.
Spaceship Away, which is a magazine, and it ran in there with
Holy crap.
still ran all the way up to 2022 from 2003.
Holy crap.
There is stories of Dan Dare from 2003 to 2022 and as far back as 1950.
Oh.
Also a 4-issue miniseries by Peter Milligan in Titan Comics. So what I want to read is the Revolver one, the one we read last, a strip entitled Dare, written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Ryan Hughes, was serialized in Revolver. It presented oblique and cynical characters and was not too subtle satire of British politics.
Uh-huh.
This version was not popular because it's nothing like this. This is Buck Rogers.
Uh-huh.
This is the British Buck Rogers. It was a pulp hero.
Yeah.
All this shooting dudes in the face and destroying cities and Jocelyn killing herself. And this is all foreign to this character.
Not how it normally is.
No
I
one
got you.
liked the one I read
That's
because it's
funny.
nothing like that.
Huh.
And I'm over here like, this is some good writing, bro.
Yeah, because you're not going into it with a preconceived notion.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And I loved it. I thought it was a great story. It almost hit that line of like, okay, you're being raw and like, you're almost like you're trying.
Uh-huh.
It didn't get there, but it was damn close.
Right.
I loved it. It was just bonkers, bro.
Hell yeah.
Fun. Super fun comic.
All right, so I got B. It's called Big Man Plans, which I love the name.
I've heard of this.
Really, it's from Image.
Oh my god!
Image put it out at one point, and then another comic book company called the Albatross Funny Books put it out again. Yeah, come check out the art.
Let me see the cover. Yeah, I've seen this before.
Yeah.
I don't know literally anything about it. I've just seen it, probably just a cover.
Right.
Someone's little pool
So Image
episode.
released it in 2015, and then in 2022, the Albatross Funny Books put out an extended or expanded. I've seen it. It was written in both ways, extended and expanded. And it does actually have, like, not a different, more storyline or anything, but parts where you're like, oh, that's new.
Deleted
you actually
scenes.
notice. Yeah, exactly.
Some deleted scene.
Yeah, exactly. So
There's a blooper reel in the back.
it was written by Eric Powell and Tim Weish, and the art was by Eric Powell. So he just had help writing. The
Tim
art
Weish.
is really cool. It almost looks like chalk style or like pastels or something.
Nice.
But it looks really cool. It's a semi-limited color palette, so it's not only 2 colors or whatever. But on a lot of the panels, it'll only like 3 colors,
Ooh,
4 colors
okay.
or something. And then the colors they choose will change. So like the flashback scenes are in a way different color than the modern, so it's super easy to tell.
Okay,
if
cool.
you're
Yeah.
looking at flashback.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
not.
Signifier.
Yeah, it makes it immediately recognizable.
Mhm.
It's really cool. So it's called Big Man Plans. It is 4 issues, and then when you add the expanded, extended, it's probably another half issue maybe. So a reasonable amount extra. Like I said, the extended, expanded doesn't change the story overall. So the story I'm telling you is the extended, expanded, but you'll still get everything from the individual issues. You're not going to be like, what's happening? I need the extended edition.
Completely different story.
Yeah, no, not even have the same characters, bro. So this is the main part of our story takes place in 1979. Our main character, they don't say his name.
It's a good year.
They don't say his name. They just call him the dwarf or little man. And even when people like know him, they don't say his name. It's weird. I don't know if that's on purpose or probably on purpose for some reason.
His first name is Dwa. And his last name is Urf.
Yeah.
Dwarf.
So
It's Dwarf.
we open up in 1979. He's at the bar drinking. I'm just calling him Big Man. Big Man's at the bar drinking, and everyone's making fun of him. Everywhere he goes, all day, every day, no matter what, people are making fun of him for being a dwarf.
Because
or
he's
whatever.
little?
Yeah. So he's there. They're making fun of him. One guy says, I'll buy his milk for him, because whatever, just
a kid.
giving him shit.
How old is he? Do you know? What
He's-
does he look like?
He's out of the military. He'd already been in the military for a while. And he was an adult in the during the Vietnam War.
Okay.
So
Okay,
this
okay.
is 79. So he looks middle aged.
Oh, got it.
He might look a little more haggard because his life was super hard.
That's what I was curious about.
Yeah, he looks haggard.
So
Yeah,
we got the standard Vietnam vet with the long hair and the beard.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay. Then I know exactly what
you
he
know,
looks like.
you do. He's wearing even the jacket.
Oh,
he's
okay.
even wearing
Then
the jacket.
It
Fits him for the most part. He's just got to roll up the sleeves a lot. It's pretty cool. So he's in the bar getting shit from all these guys. And he leaves, and he's like, "Hey, tips under the glass." So he goes, "Hey, he tipped me $20, and this is in '79, so that was, what, $60 or something."
Yeah.
He takes it off, and there's a grenade in there with the pin pulled, and so he pulls the glass up. The grenade falls out and kills him and the other dudes that were just sitting there
Talking shit.
Yeah, they were talking shit.
Where was this grenade?
Under the glass.
Oh, it's
He's
flipped?
drinking. Yeah.
Okay.
He put it on top like that, so it was holding the
I
spoon
thought it was
in.
just like balancing.
Yeah,
You're like, is that a grenade?
Yeah, I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice.
A napkin over it. I can't tell. So it blows up in the bar, and he's walking outside, and this little kid's making fun of him. Little kid, he looks like 12 or 13, is making fun of him, and there's a full 2-page spread of him knocking this kid out.
He punched a kid?
Yeah, look, you have to see this one.
Oh,
Look at
shit.
that's like the intro to the comic, bro.
That's awesome.
So one of his main defining features is that he has a shirt that says "Hang in there." You know, like the little kitty cat holding on. It's not that. It's a dead clown hanging from a noose, and it says "Hang in there."
Oh,
So he found that he was down on his luck. He was homeless, and he was in a back alley, and somebody threw away this box of unsellable shirts, and that's where he got all his shirts from. He got 15 of this exact same shirt, just in different colors. So like each day of the week or whatever, he's like changing out the same shirt.
Okay.
So that's how we are introduced to Big Man. We get Big Man's backstory real quick. In the boonies with his family, it was him and his sister and his mom and his dad. His mom hated him from the beginning, treated him like crap, was embarrassed that he was her son,
right,
and all that. And her dad was just like a saint, basically. And then whenever dad,
his dad,
yeah, Big Man's dad. When Big Man's like 13, I think he said, his mom just ran away. She just left them, didn't even tell him where she was going or anything. So she left them, and then it really crushed his dad. And his dad started drinking and became an alcoholic and was drunk and fell with a lantern in the barn and burned up alive in the barn. And people were saying he did it on purpose, but he did not. Oh. People were like, yeah, he's committed suicide because he was embarrassed to have you as a son. Yeah, it was
not his wife ran away or nothing.
Exactly, bro. It's so fucked up. So we see him at the funeral.
That's dark.
Yeah.
It's so dark.
Messed up. It's so messed up.
Starts dark.
So they're at the funeral for his dad, and his aunt is there, is like kind of running the show pretty much. Everyone just ignores him / was rude to him even.
Damn, even them?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Except I guess it's his cousin. No, they're not related, but friend of the family, her name's Holly, and she was the one over, and I'm so sorry. She's the only one that acts human to him, literally. So we find out Holly is like his anchor, or that's not the right word, like his muse almost, where like, I know my life is shit, but Holly's a good thing in my life, so I can keep going, whatever.
I would say anchor.
Yeah, anchor to the good
muse
world.
Is like inspiration for doing something, right?
Right, yeah. So both his parents are gone, and it's him and his sister, and he's a little person. And so he's trying to plow the fields and shit, just trying to keep doing what his dad would do. And he's just too small. He's only like 12 he's older than that, like 15 or something in this. His little sister is quite a bit younger than him, a few years younger than him. And the man, Child Protective Services or whatever, shows up and splits them up.
So this is when he was 15?
Yeah.
Okay.
So... yeah, it had been a few years since his mom had left. His dad died,
got it. Yeah,
and now he's like the man of the house.
Got it.
And they show up, CPS shows up, and they're like, you can't, he's like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to handle it. I'll take care of stuff. I'll make sure sis goes to school, all this and that. And they're like, you're a little person. They literally say that. They're like, how is a little person going to do any of this stuff? Like, you're incapable. And to be fair, he was incapable of a lot of the things. But if he had just had some help, I think he's determined. This dude's super determined. I think he could have handled it.
So some tools to help make things easier.
Yeah.
You could.
You'd figure it out.
Completely incapable of just life.
Yeah, exactly. So they're just, mistreating him every step of the way. So he's like...
They sound like dicks, Adam.
Yeah. So he gets put in foster homes and beat up every fucking day. He says every day.
Jesus.
He's not like, oh, they bullied me. He goes, no, I was beaten every single day. And his sister got adopted right away because she was younger and not a dwarf. Yeah. And she got adopted right away. So he basically never got to see his sister again.
Damn.
She's just gone.
What?
Yeah.
What is this?
A few years goes by. And I guess he's out of the system now, so he's probably 18 or whatever. Right. He's like, I'm going to go join the military. And he really thought he was going to be able to join the military. He goes in, and he's standing in line. They haven't even done anything. And the guy's like, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm going to join the military. He goes, dude, what are you thinking? You know better. Bro, what are we... He goes, I don't need to fight. He was like, I can be a cook.
I was going to say, there's lots of things.
Most jobs in the military have nothing to do with shooting.
Exactly. The typing away.
There's most jobs.
Courier.
Yeah.
There's lots of stuff.
It's like 10 to 1. Of jobs that aren't combat.
Yeah,
water
like purification.
Literally
there's
everything.
a movie about that.
Yeah, that's right. So he's there in line. He gets booted from line. And the guy's actually even not that much of a dick to him, to be honest. He was like, he's
just being real, like, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not going to take you.
So he's leaving, and some guy in glasses, he looks like a CIA guy, a man in black type situation.
Oh, shit.
He sees him leaving, and he goes, hey, man, You trying to join the military? And he goes, don't make fun of me or whatever. He goes, no, come on in. He goes, all right, so this is Vietnam. They're digging tunnels everywhere. Full-size guys are having trouble digging through these tunnels and crawling through the tunnels and taking out the Viet Cong. So you're perfect, bro. I wanted you to join this special top secret program that most of the military doesn't even know is a thing.
Oh, shit.
And I'm going to take people that make sense to put down in the subterranean holes. So it's him, a military vet that got his legs blown off. No, he wasn't from the military. He was like a football player or something. And his legs got blown off at the knee. Yeah, so he's just a little guy, but he's all super jacked.
Crazy game.
Yeah. And then we got another guy who's just super skinny and kind of short. So just like a smaller guy.
He's like a little slithery, eel-y guy.
Yeah, so this whole the whole training montage is just heartbreaking how fucked up it is and mean they are. And it's just so gnarly. There's no break. In this whole comic, there's no respite. Nowhere. So they end up...
I'm going to have to smoke a cigarette, Adam.
Yeah. So he gets trained up. He's like a super soldier almost now because of the amount of training and whatnot he went into. It shows him actually in the field and all his comrades, most of his comrades, still treating him like shit. What the fuck? He literally saves their lives all day, every day.
I was going to say, the shit he's doing, hey, y'all go ahead. Yep. Y'all do that.
Yeah.
No?
No, you don't want to do that?
Yeah.
You don't want to call in shit?
You don't want to do that?
Yeah. Okay, then make fun of me for doing it.
Yeah,
you know?
Seriously.
Fucking ridiculous. So they send him down a hole, and we get to see him like operate down in the tunnels, which is really cool. He talks about, this is interesting. He talks about his Smith & Wesson Model 29 was bored out into a 410 shotgun. And I had never heard of that ever before. And so I was like, oh, it's something made up for the comic or whatever. But I looked it up. So that was a real thing. It wasn't bored out to a 410 shotgun shell. It was a solid brass case that had a special piston inside that when it was fired, the piston back pulled the smoke or the expanding gas, which made it almost like a silencer. So it's a silencer without having to put on a big silencer off the front of your gun. The actual bullet itself helps, or the casing helps make the bullet almost silent. But it does shoot like a shotgun shell where it's got a bunch of little BBs in there, but it's not even a 410 size. It's a 44 mag size. It's super quiet under there, and he's got that and a knife.
That was gun stuff. That was our new segment, gun stuff by Adam.
Random gun crap.
Gun stuff with Adam.
Yeah, it said, I wrote a little note. It said that it turned the 44 Magnum, it sounded like a suppressed 22.
Oh, what?
It was that effective.
That's
it was
crazy.
That effective.
And this is possibly real?
Oh, it was real.
Real.
100% real.
It really made it that quiet?
Yeah. That was the suppressed 20. That was in my research, not in the comic.
Because that's a booming sound versus a clack.
Yeah. It's
a pop.
Crazy different.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's insane.
So we get to see him operate in the tunnels, and then he like makes it through his whole deployment. So he's out there after his tunnel scene where he's killing and stuff. He comes up and they go to like the next village, and one of his comrades tries to SA a child, and he cuts his wiener off for doing it. And all the other guys there were like, hey, we know he shouldn't have done that, but you can't be cutting dudes' wieners off. And he was like, fuck y'all. And so they all attacked him. His whole, his squad he was with, like 12, 13 guys, all attacked him at once. And a helicopter comes to pick him up, and it's just him sitting on the pile of bodies.
Nice.
Yeah, he killed him with his revolver and his
killed
knife.
them?
He killed all of them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, their bodies were messed up.
I thought they were just fighting. Like, I thought he knocked them out. He killed them.
He killed them.
Holy shit.
So he gets out of the military. He's back in America. He's living his just worst life. Like, nothing's going good. He can't find a good job. Like, the military did not prepare him to have normal job here back in the States or whatever. And he had never had a real job before. He was a kid, trying to
went
farm,
straight to
and
the
then went
military.
straight to the military. So he's living his worst life. He gets arrested. He gets sent to prison. And he pulls I'm not locked in here with you. Y'all are locked in here with me.
Yeah.
Really gnarly. He like throat stabs a Nazi guy and then sticks his thumb in the hole.
Oh.
It was gnarly. So he says,
cool.
the only reason he got out of prison, and he got out of prison right after he stabbed that dude through the throat, was because how did he say it? Bleeding heart liberals or something like that is how he said it. Said that it wasn't fair for him to be in general population, a little guy, having to fight off big guys where he was already just murking everybody.
Yeah, right.
So they didn't know any better. They're trying to be nice to him.
They actually let me out because I killed too many people.
Yeah, there wasn't enough left.
There's no one left. Just me. That building's empty.
So he is released from prison. He's like, all right, I'm going to get my shit together. Like, that was a wake-up call. I'm going to start doing right. I'm going to get a good job, whatever. So he gets a little apartment. And he's like starting to do that. He gets a regular job or whatever. Mm-hmm. Then he gets a letter from Holly, the one nice chick from when he was a kid. And it doesn't say what it is right away, but he was like, after that day, I had no more fucks to give. And I've never been so focused on anything in my entire life. It's kind of like what we hear about right now. So he goes, I was about to get my life together, and now I'm throwing it away. He was like, I know what I need to do. I no longer want to get a job and live a normal life. I want to go help Holly out or whatever. Gets back to Nashville, which was the town he was from. Mm-hmm. He gets back and goes to the hardware store immediately and gets a framing hammer or a drywall hammer. It's an axe and a hammer. One side's an axe, the other side's a hammer. That's for everybody, man. Yeah. And so he's back.
I knew it, though.
He's back in town. He's got his hammer. And he's like, we don't know exactly who he's trying to find, but we know that it's a group of guys. So he's not back to take out one person. It's like a group of guys. Okay. So he's back and he hangs out outside of one of the little hole-in-the-wall bars where all the cops hang out. The ex-sheriffs and constables hang out. And he waits for one of them to come out, and he's hiding behind his car, and he uses the hammer side to break his leg in, and then uses the hammer side mostly and beats him to a pulp in the parking lot. And when the cops see it, they're like, this isn't normal. This is revenge. This is so personal. It's obvious that they didn't want to kill him right away because he like started on his legs and whatnot. And so now we realize that this is the sheriff and all his constables are the people that Big Man is looking for. Mm-hmm. So
so he killed them and got away.
Yeah, he killed one guy.
They found the body later. Okay.
Yeah.
The way he said it sounded like they walked out of the store and saw him beating him in the street. Okay,
no, they don't know who did it yet, but he does know it's some sort of revenge or something. Mm-hmm. He's like,
we found tiny footprints. We think it's a child. You telling me a child did this? Yes, sir. I think so.
So he goes back to it in town. He goes to the restaurant his dad used to take him. He's kind of hanging out there. And his mind is kind of like, hey, maybe you shouldn't do this, And he's like, no, this is what needs to be done. So he goes to a trailer, and he's sitting outside a trailer, and one of the constables gets out of his car, or pulls up to the trailer, gets out of his car, opens the front door, and is walking in. And Big Man is like coming up behind him, about to smack him with the hammer. And then the sheriff is actually behind Big Man and knocks Big Man out. Oh. Knocks him out cold with the butt of his gun.
They're onto him.
So he wakes up and he's hanging from a bridge. Yeah, he's hanging with a chain by a bridge upside down. They got him tied up.
Bat.
It looks painful. Yes, and like a bat on a string.
Okay.
So they just start whooping him with a baseball bat, like a piñata. They just whack.
They reach him.
And then they're like, hey,
Are they hanging from ropes on the bridge?
Oh, no, it's like on the edge, kind of, like down the embankment.
Oh, okay.
So they're not in the water.
So they're on the ground.
Yeah.
Got it.
Exactly. So they're just whooping him, and they're like, hey, we never thought it would be you, man. And he goes, well, that makes more sense of why you tried to kill whatever. And they still haven't said exactly what happened.
Yeah.
It goes, well, now I see why you're here. You're for revenge. Well, the thing is, bud, here in a second, you're going to be dead, and no one will ever know what happened or why you came back into town, whatever. And he's like talking shit to him. Big Man is. He's like calling them pussies and stuff. And so they're like, oh, yeah. And they stab him with a knife and then douse him in gasoline and start him on fire. Mm-hmm. And while he's no, they haven't even started him on fire yet. He's hanging upside down, and there guy's lighting a cigarette with his lighter, and Big Man punches him in the balls really hard, which makes him drop the lighter, and it sets Big Man on fire. And while he's on fire, he reaches up and grabs the knife that was stuck in his side from a minute ago, and he cuts the rope and goes flying down into the river. No, he doesn't even. He has to get up and run. He didn't even fall directly in the river.
Fell on the ground.
Fell on the ground on
shit.
fire, fully engulfed. Run to a cliff and then jump off into the river.
Oh my God.
They're like, what are we going to do? And the sheriff is like, what are we going to do? That dude's dead. What do you mean? We beat him like a piñata, stabbed him, and we set him on fire, bro. And the constable's like, I have a feeling that, like, maybe...
He got up and ran, sir. Like...
Bro, he didn't even make a noise when he started on fire. That dude seems kind of hardcore. So... Now he's all burnt up so bad. He looks so bad. He looks like Scarface. Or no, Two-Face from Batman. He looks like Two-Face from Batman. He goes to his old nurse's home. So the lady that worked at the orphanage, she was the nurse for the orphanage. Apparently she lived next to the orphanage. He goes there and she's like, hey, baby, come on in. And she's like, she has dementia now. And she's like, remembering stuff when they were kids. She still thinks he's a kid and this and that. But this lady was so sweet to him. We learned that this was, besides his dad and Holly, this was his caregiver. They gave him love after his parents died.
Right.
He had none of that before. He kind of hangs out with her, and he says he spends a few days recovering and watching soap operas with her. And then he says bye, a really heartfelt, sweet goodbye. He's like, you're never going to see me again, but I just want you to know you're an angel, blah, 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 whatever. So sweet. It's really nice. Yeah. And so he goes to, because you don't know where he's going next or what he's doing. He never says it. I have no clue
what he's doing.
So he shows up to an old folks home and he's stealing all the meds from an old folks home and he's like taking painkillers and finding all this stuff. And he goes into a room and there's a lady in there that had a stroke, and that was his aunt from before. That was a real dick. Didn't take him. She should have taken him whenever his parents died, or when his dad died. She refused to take him because her son said he was gross.
Oh,
his cousin was like, I don't want to live with him. He's gross. So this is that lady, and he goes in and he stabs her with some. No, he doesn't stab her. He's just talking shit to her. He's like, you could have changed the whole course of my life. Like, you're a literally evil piece of shit. Like, you need to pay for what you've done. And he goes, we're just going to hang out and wait till your son gets here. So her son walks in, his cousin. He jabs him in the leg with a tranquilizer or something. It knocks him out. He wakes up and they're still there. And he's now, his cousin is tied up to a chair and he's gagged and whatnot. And he's like, just talking shit about what he had done, what had happened to him as a child. Yeah. To Big Man. And he's like, this is your fault, blah, blah, blah. And he goes, you're going to feel my pain. And he goes, I wrote this letter. No, I brought Holly's letter and I'm going to let your mom read it. And so the letter describes what they had done to Holly. Yeah, what they had done before that. The letter didn't even involve Holly dying or whatever. That comes later. It talks about a huge event that I'm about to describe. And so she reads the letter and she just starts bawling. So he goes over to his cousin and he's got like not a crescent wrench. Like, what are the pliers style ones?
Pliers.
It's just pliers?
Yeah, those are pliers.
So he grabs his top jaw and teeth and he yoinks it straight up and it busts out. And he doesn't die right there because, like, in real life, you have to bleed out. And then you see that he just kept doing that to him, like chunks of his head. And by the end, he had no chunks of head left. It almost looked like he exploded, but it wasn't that. It was him slowly breaking chunks off. And he left his aunt alive. He didn't even kill her.
Just let her watch all that?
Yeah. Well, she's paralyzed from a stroke anyway, so she couldn't do anything anyways. So now he's like, all right, this is the big man time. And he goes and you still don't know his plan. He goes up and digs up 2 random graves that are out in the middle of nowhere. He pulls 2 bodies in the car and then drives to the sheriff's house, brings the bodies inside there completely decomposed, sets them up on the couch and then sits between them. Sheriff gets home, sees what's going on, and he's like, what the fuck? And so we have a little time jump, and now the sheriff's tied up to the wall. He's got 2 handcuffs on above him, and he's got like a noose type thing around his neck to keep him from moving a whole lot. So this is where we find out what actually happened to get Holly killed. So the sheriff was just literally one of the most evil, terrible pieces of shit you could imagine. Okay. He fully abused his power like every step away. What we're about to hear is only one of probably the million terrible things he did.
Right.
So what happened was one of the deputies was driving on a back road. He came across two young dudes hooking up in the car. He arrests them or whatever. He brings them back and he puts them in the holding cell, and they're just kind of like making fun of him, whatever. But then the sheriff comes in and he starts talking real gross, like bother me gross. Just terrible things that you would think he would say to them. A lot of gay bashing type stuff, but to the extreme. If it was just it'd be easier to explain. They force themselves on the sheriff and the deputies force themselves onto the two men that they have in the jail cell and essays them both.
God damn it, Adam. Go.
It's only getting nicer after this. No,
I hope everyone dies in this.
So,
I hope literally I hope it ends like mine, where someone set off a bomb.
You'll be happy, bro. You'll be happy. So he's telling the sheriff he knows all this stuff and filling us in at the same time, basically. He says something about Big Man's dad or something like that, and that sets Big Man off, and he starts chopping away at pieces. He bites all his nails.
Still tied up.
Yeah,
right?
And he bites all his fingernails off with his mouth. Yeah, he grabs the dude's nails and uses his mouth to bite the fingernails off. And then he castrates him completely, like everything. So this dude his legs are all completely destroyed now, like just bent up, like in weird directions and shapes. He has no more nails on his fingers at all or whatever. And he's still kind of talking shit a little bit, which is kind of pretty hardcore. And at that point, Big Man takes a staple gun and starts stapling pieces. And what he does is he staples the dude's completely mushed and crushed hand to his own chest. Yeah. So he can't like move it. It's like stuck to him, like stapled all through the skin.
Those are some pretty long staples. I don't think those exist.
Yeah.
Those are pretty big. Should just use a nail gun at that point, Big Man.
Yeah, I feel like it was more just for the pain than actually needing this.
But they're staples that aren't that big. They're not that big, Adam. If you need staples that big, use a nail.
Right. Yeah. That's the correct thing.
I think this comic is silly.
Yeah, it had me. It was so realistic until that.
I don't appreciate that. It's taking me out of it.
So Big Man scalps him, and then he staples his face to his chest like this, like up against his shoulder,
like he's holding a phone.
Yes, exactly. I was wondering how I'd explain that. And then he also stapled his mouth open, so he couldn't close his mouth or anything. And his hand that he broke up first and then stapled to it looks so nasty. So,
like when you run over a tune?
Yeah, exactly. Exact. So he's like talking all this shit. He explains the whole drawn out essay stuff. And Holly saw it. I'm going to skip that whole thing. Holly saw it, ran off. And he noticed that she had run off, and eventually he killed her because he figured she would tell on him. Okay. So that's what happened to Holly. Yeah. Is she saw the essay.
All the horrible stuff.
Yeah, the sheriff was her husband or whatever. Sheriff's her husband, but she still was like, he's gonna want to kill me. So what she did was she sent Big Man a letter with all that stuff, all the info into it.
Knew he would go rabid dog and try and kill him.
So she's almost she almost doesn't even believe that he does fucked up stuff because he talks about being in Vietnam and she's like, don't joke about that stuff or whatever. So she doesn't think he's even hardcore or whatever. So she just needed it to get out there. So he's like, you think you're about to die. He goes, but that would end your suffering. Why would I ever do that? So he uses an ice pick and gives him an ice pick lobotomy.
Okay.
Yeah. And so now we don't know how effective the lobotomy was, but he ice picked him.
What kind of surgical precision does Big Man have?
Yeah, he ice
probably
picks
none.
Him. Yeah,
probably none.
No, none at all. Besides cutting people open in Vietnam.
I could cut people open, but I couldn't give a lobotomy.
Right.
That's medical school right there.
So he gives the lobotomy, and then he just walks outside and caps himself. So
Big Man does?
Yeah.
Good.
So everything's, everybody that needs comeuppance gets comeuppance, and Big Man was ready to end it anyways, but now he feels like I accomplished something. I did good.
Yeah, so I have a story that I always toyed with the idea of making my main character a bad guy and making him cross the line to where you're rooting for him and then you're like, oh, shit, that's too much.
Right.
This is it. This is exactly what I felt so bad for him. You see what they did? They made us feel really bad.
Yep.
So what? Did we try to justify all the horrible stuff he did?
Yeah.
That man's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Oh, it was gnarly.
Everyone in that comic was a bastard. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. So like I said, the faces in this are very raw and emotional. When somebody's sad, it's super obvious they're sad. You know what I mean? It's very detailed faces too, honestly. They're pretty amazing. The art overall is absolutely amazing. But specifically the faces have a lot of emotion to them.
Thanks. I hate it.
Yeah.
Bing, bang, boom. It's Matt versus Adam. Let's go. Bing, bang, boom. This is Matt versus what? You want to do one?
No.
This bing, bang, boom. I did it again. This is Matt versus Adam. We take a random character generator. We see who will win between who he gets and who I get. We're doing Marvel today. And I got a Cyclops.
Cyclops, y'all.
And you got?
I got Black Widow.
So this is funny. This has come back to kind of bite me in the ass because recently on the internet, I have rallied hard for Black Widow. Someone presented a gauntlet of Nightwing and Batman, and the first round was Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Yeah.
All I said, this is all I said, was that, hey, Black Widow is a super soldier. It's not talked about a lot, but she has the red room or whatever.
Version.
Yeah. She is a super soldier. She is stronger than people think. And then I said, don't sleep on Hawkeye. Dude, there must have been 300 comments under that thing. Last time I checked, it was 286. People acted like I said Black Widow just dog walks Batman.
Yeah, bodied everybody.
I didn't even say they lose.
Yeah.
I didn't say Batman loses. But I have talked up Black Widow because people do not know that she is a super soldier. All right, so here's my powers. High-level intellect, leadership, expert pilot, combat proficiency, master strategist and tactician, expert martial artist. Didn't know that. Optic blast, spatial awareness, energy resistance, telepathic resistance. I'm not the Phoenix Force or the Black Vortex empowerment, so that's just me.
Yeah. So I have somebody like really likes Black Widow. Whoever was editing the Heroes Wiki site or whatever, because they put anything that you could even kind of consider like a power down.
Okay.
So it's going to take a minute. High intelligence, indomitable will, manipulation, charisma, seduction, leadership, red room training, espionage, master spy, master assassin, weapon proficiency, stealth mastery, disguise mastery, vehicle intuition, skilled hacker, multilingual, multiple gadgets, and the gauntlet. So they're counting the gauntlets, and she has other stuff on there.
Yeah, so you'll have that.
And then now they go down to physiology, enhanced longevity, peak human strength, peak human healing, peak human endurance, peak human speed, peak reflexes, peak healing, enhanced durability, enhanced immune system. And then it goes into like War Widow and so like the other extra crap. Yeah, so they pointed out anything that could even be considered. Yeah.
So the arena is downtown Houston. We see each other and it's fight on site. If there's something we have it with us. So I'd say you would have your gauntlets because I definitely have my visor.
Yeah.
But I think I take this just because of my mutant ability, man.
I got the charisma and seduction, and I'm a redhead.
Dude, I'm all. I got a redhead.
You
bro.
might not even. Well, we know your type.
I got a redhead, and she's out of town. He's got the diamond blonde. Yeah. So I'm good in that department, bro.
Well, he's definitely a hornball and loves the ladies.
He does. Maybe.
Right.
But it's fight on sight. And I think it's a matter of you dodging the blast. So continued fights, percentages, I would say, you're winning probably a lot. But first match, I think I take it simply because of that. You're fast, but you're not Nightcrawler. You're not super fast. You're not, you got to dodge it. This dude can open his beam. I could take out the whole street if I wanted to.
Yeah.
And all I got to do is look up and down.
They always have to nerf him, or it's because he'll just not do stuff that we know he can do just for the sake of the story.
And the expertise, you're close hand to hand, and that's just an easier shot for me. So what it is you have to get close enough, hit me, kick me, beat me hard enough to kill me, put me down before I can open my fucking eyes at you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, soon as you're there swinging and punching, your head's gone.
Right.
I'm blasting you down the block, bro.
Yeah.
You're leaving our 2-block arena. Now, no lasers? Yeah, he's a regular dude.
Oh, yeah.
And I think there is some instances where she does get close enough to kill and win.
Yeah. Well, she could do like, shoot some shit at his visor.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? There's stuff.
Yeah, you shoot it with her little widow sting, it might short circuit. But then I pop it off, then it's just eyes, and that's even more dangerous.
Right.
You almost don't want to fuck his visor up because his visor, he can control it.
Yeah, you just have to hope that he's worried about hurting other people without the visor. So maybe he's not going to shoot at all.
Right, but he has to open his eyes, so it's coming. It's coming regardless. He's gonna open his eyes, There are instances where you get close enough to kill me immediately.
This one's hard for me, honestly. I usually have like a gut feeling, usually, and this one, no, not at all.
It's the blast. It's just that's the only thing because you get in close, and then that's just a bigger target for me. That's just an easier shot.
Yeah,
I mean, you're dodging 2 feet. She's a woman. She's not a large, tall woman. She's an average-sized woman. Your reach is less than mine.
Yeah.
You have to get in close to punch my chiseled face.
I give it to you, I guess, but like I feel like that one's like hard for me to, I don't know, not admit, but
I said first fight for sure because I think there's lots of instances where she does because you get in close to slit his throat. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? But it's as long as his eyes can open. Mm-hmm. He's a threat. He is dangerous. He is extremely dangerous. And you can't blind him. Like, I mean, I guess you can, but his eyes have to be open for you to blind him.
Yeah, it's weird.
I've seen, dude, he's blown away Sentinels. And, like, I know that's comic stuff, but people sleep on Cyclops. Like the joke I heard, X-Men has Storm and Jean Grey, but they put him in charge.
Yeah, yep.
Wolverine and Beast are on it. He put him in charge. And I think he takes it.
I think you do. That's just that genuinely.
I feel it
hard,
too.
Yeah.
Because she's stronger. Uh-huh. She's stronger and faster. Yeah. It's my mutant ability,
Yeah.
Regular dude, you're taking it. I mean, even other X-Men, I think you're taking. Like, there's some of them where you're like, okay, this guy might not. Like Beast.
Yeah.
How strong is she compared to Beast? Yeah. She might win against Beast.
Yeah, strength-wise, no, he's stronger, but she has so much stuff so many skills and abilities and like stuff that she could use to win.
And in the movies and the comics, she fights with her entire body. Mm-hmm. She, whatever that style is, whatever that is, she does it.
Yeah.
And I just think the closer you get, the more dangerous you are. But also, the more dangerous I am. You knock off my visor, I'm blasting the entire street down to rubble. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
I remember in the comics and in the show, a lot of times when the visor got taken off or whatever,
he'd freak
out and not want to open his eyes at all.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, if I can just shoot your visor from across the thing.
Also,
in downtown.
Hands, if you numb my... Oh, well, yeah. He wouldn't do it. But it depends when. Mm-hmm. He might be at the fuck humans point.
Right. Yeah.
He might be like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I really don't care.
Look like? What does this costume look
Where
like?
are we? Houston? Yeah. There's no X-Men school here.
Fuck.
Blasting it. You could numb my hands if you fucked up my hands from a distance. Mm-hmm. I couldn't turn my visor on.
Yeah,
because I forgot he has to touch it. I didn't think of that. Yeah. So if you were able to get in and stop me from touching it, you win.
Yeah.
But that's you're dodging it from wherever I see you from immediately.
Yeah.
And the stamina, durability, all that needed to dodge it or withstand it from getting hit, I just don't think she has. Like, I've seen Cyclops fight Captain America and do good before. Like, I know I keep bringing that up. That's comics, but we bring up feats all the time.
Yeah,
so,
you have to compare.
You know, he's fought Captain America. I don't think Black Widow first meet would be a challenge. Like we said, prep time. You know, maybe
I would
not.
win.
She is a challenge.
I would murk you for prep time for sure.
And I didn't mean that. She's definitely a challenge.
Yeah.
But I think just having to get seen, dodge all those blasts, then get in close where I'm just as dangerous.
Yeah.
And I'm not a pussy. I can still fight. Like, we're acting like he's not punching her or dodging. No. So, I mean, I'm dodging your fighting moves, and you got to watch my eyes.
Yeah.
I think I take that.
You do, but it's just, it's close, and there's no obvious winner on that one, if you ask me.
I read a lot of X-Men, so it's very obvious to me. I was like, you heard me. I was like, I got this.
Yeah.
Cyclops got this.
Yeah.
But I see what you're saying. It is a really good fight. I'm sure multiple times in the comics it's gone either way.
Right.
So, yeah. But that's 38-38. Tied up.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Shit.
Thank you, Cyclops. All right. Oh, I thought I had something. Nope. I don't got anything. All right, we're on Instagram at Flipping Pages 24. We're on Facebook at Flipping Pages with Matt and Adam. Our email's flippingpages24@gmail.com. New episodes of Flipping Pages release every Thursday on all podcast platforms and YouTube. New episodes of The Dollar Bin release every Monday on all platforms and YouTube. Best way to support us, rate, review, like, subscribe on the platforms, follow, subscribe on the socials and YouTube. If you've done that, we appreciate it. If you're just listening, we appreciate that too. We're seeing all the listens. I'm seeing a lot of listens in the States, and that's awesome. Thank you all very much. And all our international listeners, again, thank you. It's great.
Yeah.
It's making me so happy.
I love seeing the map light up.
Oh, it's so cool. It's like, is there really people there listening to us? Hit us up. Email us.
Yeah.
Get on Instagram. Find us. We got some questions. We've brought this up before, but we'd love to ask how you found it. That's the big question with me is how did you find it? How'd you come across it? We would like to know. Maybe that could help us with kind of directing it out to other people. You can help by lying to your friends, tricking them into listening to us.
Yeah.
Just telling them that we're great and hilarious.
Tell them we have like a $40,000 giveaway.
Yeah, or something like that. Yeah, free OnlyFans code that pops up somewhere in the episode.
I gotta make more money on that, bro. I can't keep giving away the codes for free.
Something like that. But is that butter? Is that the episode?
Straight butter.
It is straight butter. That's the episode. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.